All right, there I am. What's good, everybody? It's your boy DJ Phanatic Beats at BeatStars. Welcome to this show, Sunday Sounds, BeatStars Sunday Sound Show. We got an awesome guest here. I see he has records in the background, like myself, and this is dope, man. It's going to be a great show, and it's always cool to like hear the producers speak. You know, we always speak through music, and it's awesome to like have them actually. You get to know them, and you get to hear the music. So. I met him a while back at the BeatStars meetup. One of them, I think he came to a couple of them, so I kept seeing him. I ran across him, I think, somewhere else too. I think the Sound Advice, yeah. So it was cool to see him there as well. And the funny thing is, this is just a fun fact. Somebody mistaken me for him because we both had locks. So he might as well just be my brother, and he no longer has locks. So you get to witness that on screen as well. I'm probably next too. So anyway, this is WeNeedKapitol. Let me add him to the stream. Make sure we good. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
And doing Sunday sound show on this chill Sunday. You like the intro music to that one?
Yeah, man, that was nice. That was nice.
it Yeah, it was on some like jazz grown folk mixed with Anyway, man. What I see you got records back there. Were you ever a DJ?
I never was a DJ actually. Just really, really into vinyl. Just really, really into vinyl. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, before I like really get into this, um let's learn your background a little bit. Like where are you from? Like are you from the Washington D.C. area or like
So I was born and raised in Silver Spring. Um, been in music since I don't know, since forever. So yeah, I grew up in Montgomery County, Maryland. Um, my dad was a drum major in college at Hampton. My mom has been a music teacher. She retired after 39 years of being a music teacher. And, it runs in the family. My grandparents were singers. I was in choirs. I did show choir in high school and performed at Disney World. So I've just been in music forever. And especially being from the DC area, I was in go-go bands and all that, jazz.
yeah. Wow. Wow. I didn't know you said your dad was a drum major at
Yeah.
Hampton?
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's amazing, man. I'm a Hampton alumni. So,
Okay, cool. Cool.
yeah. What year was he there? Well, he was probably way before me.
Yeah. I don't even know, 70 something.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. And your mom was a music teacher?
Yeah, my mom was a Hampton alum too, but she was a music teacher in Montgomery County for 39 years.
Wow. That's amazing. So it runs in the family, basically.
Yeah, man, definitely. Definitely.
And being a drum major is no joke. Like you lose weight doing that.
Especially at an HBCU like Hampton.
Yeah, yeah. It's no joke. They take it very seriously. And yeah, shout out to the Pirates. But yeah, wow, got a lot of familiar faces here. What's good, y'all? What's up? Cloud9, Bufo, what's good? A lot of new
What's going
names
on,
here.
guys?
Magma Dang. Dwindle Music. What's up? What's up? So basically, and you were in go-go bands and stuff too. Like what instrument did you play?
I was actually a singer. I was on the front line.
Oh, okay. Cool, man. I never knew that about you.
Yeah, man. I've never really been classically trained with an instrument, but when I found FL Studio, it just was like, I don't know. it just all came together.
Yeah, it kind of, you know what reminds me of like software. What it does is it allows you to express yourself like what you have in your head to electronic means, and then it kind of comes out as music. So it's almost like your musicality, your background, you were able to put that into FL Studio at the time.
Definitely.
Was it a free version?
Yeah, the first one, of course, of course.
I'm just messing with you. Yeah, man. Hey, we humble beginnings. We all start from somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, what else I was gonna ask you? Why'd you cut your hair? Was there any like for everyone that doesn't know, we need capital. He had like super long locks. We had about the same long as length hair, and I cut mine short last summer, I think. But was there like any significant reason for that? I know it's not music related, but sometimes it can be.
So for me, my hair was a journey, and I had sort of come to the end of my journey with it. I wasn't really taking care of it the way that I used to, and I had had it for about 15 years, and it just felt like time.
Got you. Yeah, I didn't know if like you're doing it for like marketing reasons or branding, so people, be like, "Oh, it's that
Nah,
guy."
it
You know?
wasn't that deep. No, no,
Okay. Yeah, some people go that deep, man. I seen some producers like dye their hair a certain color so it matches their branding color.
no. Oh wow. I guess if you're gonna go 100%, you might as well go 1,000%, right?
To each his own, right? I was like, yo, oh, that's what he did. Oh, he dyed his hair to match his branding color. That's crazy. Hey, to each his own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so who inspires you musically? Like, why do you do music?
Oh wow. Um, I'm inspired by a lot of people, but the person that inspired my production the most is probably going to be Ninth Wonder, and at a later date Big Crit, but mostly Ninth Wonder and like Organized Noise.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm a fan of all of them. You know what song popped in my head as soon as you said Big Crit? And it took me forever to figure out what the acronym CRIT stood for. One of my
Hmm.
friends told me. You want to share that for people that don't know?
Yeah, it's King Remembered in Time.
Yeah, yeah. That is like one of my favorite names for any artist. That
Yeah,
is
man.
so dope.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, oh man, what song is that where he's something about a better day, and I remember the video, and like he's on the world, and they do a wide shot away from the earth. Um, something
Oh
about
man.
better day.
Oh man.
He has a sample in the beginning. Across da, 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 across the world or something like that. That song is crazy.
I can't. I
I think
know
it's
what you're
called Better
talking about.
Day.
I can see it in
Yeah, I
my
think it's
head.
called Better Day.
I can't remember the name.
Yeah, it came out probably, man, close to 10 years. I don't know. If anybody here live knows what song I'm talking about, please help me.
Yeah, please.
'Cause I think it's called A Better Day. But anyway, um, and so would you classify yourself as like a sampling style producer?
That's my forte, I would say. Sampling is where I started, like the vinyl. I have an MPC. I have an MPC 2000 XL. I haven't used it in a while, but that's what I started with, and that in FL. And I just always had an affinity for the way vinyl sounded and being able to find pieces, little pieces here and there, and just put them together and create something new. So sampling has always been like my forte. It's just recently that I've started to sort of make my own melodies and try to figure out how to sort of bridge the gap between, I want to say here and now, because I'm a little older than I look. I'm 37. Um, I've sort of find myself between like the golden era of hip hop and like the 808 heavy trap era of hip hop.
Hmm. So you're
So
bridging the gap, basically.
pretty much, yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Oh, this is hilarious. I didn't know I had my own meme. Oh, I made it. Somebody found my own meme. Oh man. And it has the BeatStars hat on.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Shout out
wild.
to
That's dope.
I didn't know Twitch had my own face on there as a meme. That's hilarious. Thanks,
That's dope.
Blacks Fly. Appreciate that. And shout out to the whole BeatStars family. Much love to everybody, man. That's my fam, my second fam right there. So the other thing I was gonna say, what was I gonna say?
Definitely shout
Because
out
you're
to BeatStars. Appreciate you for having me on too.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm glad you're open to doing it. I thought about you, and I was like, yo, he has dope music, and I want people to get to know you more and get to hear your music,
Hmm.
and you have a good personality, that's so valuable in any industry. People like to work with people that they can rock with, and that's so important. So yeah, man, thanks for being here.
No problem. Anytime.
So you were saying about bridging the gap, but I lost my train of thought, man, and that might happen again. So let's get into some announcements right quick. Let's see here. Before I forget. Okay. For all those that don't know, check out our BeatStars blog for the need to know on news, music business resources, tutorials, and more. Our latest post even discusses how you can gain visibility with BeatStars Promote. Don't miss these gems and tap into it at BeatStars World/blogs. There's a lot of stuff. Let me put that in the commentary. There's just so much there. Here's the link to what I just referenced.
Cool.
BeatStars.world blogs. And if you go to that link, We Need Capital, if you click on that, I don't know if you can, but you'll
Yeah.
see our picture of the meetup in Omega Studios in 2019. It's at the top there.
Oh yeah.
Not a lot of
That's
people know
dope.
that that's me in the center at the
Yeah.
top.
And
Next to
Abe.
Abe, like,
Yeah, next
geez,
to
and
Abe.
yeah, yep, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
now,
was a dope event.
and you were there, right?
Yeah, I was there. I'm in the picture. I'm a little dark, but I'm in the picture like slightly off to the right, next to Marv.
Okay. All right. That's what's up.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah. And I think there's a filter on there so that you're not that dark. I think the
yeah,
filter made you look dark. But yeah, it's like a little effect or whatever. But yeah, I
yeah,
thought it was so cool because I saw it. I was like, yo, that was the large meetup, man. It was cool. Just,
yeah,
having everybody there and Abe just, inspiring everybody and dropping so much knowledge that day,
yeah,
and
man.
giving us gems. It was a really
Yeah,
good event.
invaluable knowledge, man.
Yeah. And what's something that stuck out to you from that event while we were talking about it?
Just, just being consistent, like just being consistent. Because that's I feel like that's one of the biggest struggles I have, and I feel like that's a really big struggle with anybody that's a creative in general, even outside of music. Just being consistent and knowing that and believing in what you're doing. Because Abe started from humble beginnings too, and he built this huge empire. Just being consistent and putting in work day in day out.
Yeah. And you also added believing in what you're doing too,
Hmm.
If you're consistently doing something and you don't believe in it, that's a contradiction. You know what I mean? You're just
Yeah,
doing stuff. So it kind of goes hand in hand. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you got that out of it, man, because that's what it's all about.
for sure.
Regardless of stats and who's paying attention, you got to know where you want to go with it.
Yeah,
That's so
definitely.
important. So yeah, man. So let's get into some music. That was like a super long intro, but yeah, let's get into some music. Just wanted people to kind of get a feel for you and get to know you a little better.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Can you see the screen at all? Should work.
Yeah, I see it
Yeah.
now.
Okay. Cool. And was there a particular order you wanted to go in, or are you good?
I sort of
Any
had him in
order?
the order.
Oh,
I wanted to go.
okay. Cool. You make it easy on me. Um, and let me follow your playlist here. Am I logged in? Yeah.
Cool.
So you got your first follower on this
Thank you.
particular playlist.
Appreciate it.
Let me copy that. And for anybody who want to check any of these out later, here is the link to the entire Sunday Sounds playlist by We Need Capital. I think I can paste that right in there, and y'all can check them out at your leisure. I might drop some beats in there that I'm really vibing to.
Cool.
So yeah. Did you want to give like an intro on Lost in a Vibe?
So Lost in the Vibe was my attempt to do something different. And I thought I would just put it first on the playlist because it's different for me. It's something a vibe I've never really done before, and it's sort of like I feel like it gives you an island vibe or like a I wouldn't say Afrobeat, but maybe like Afrobeat meets I don't know
Reggae.
reggae. I'm not sure. I just
Mm.
was trying something different, so I figured why not put it first and showcase that I can do something different sometimes.
Okay, yeah, I do that almost every beat. So
Yeah.
they're like, "Yo, Fanatic, I didn't know you can make that." I didn't know either. I was on IG Live last night playing everything. So yeah,
Dope.
let's check it out. This is "Lost in a Vibe" by WeNeedKapitol, and just mute yourself, or I can mute you if you forget. But every time I play, just mute yourself if you can. You see the
Okay.
button there?
Let's see.
I,
Okay.
I can mute you. It's all good if you don't see it. Okay, thanks. This is "Lost in a Vibe" by WeNeedKapitol on Sunday Sounds.
We never come forward and said we don't need capital. 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 Capital.
Vibes right there, vibes. Again, that is "Lost in a Vibe." That's funny. I said vibes
Yeah.
with the first track there. Yeah, definitely. What did Bufo say? What was the description?
He said I'd call this Afro dance hall.
Yeah, Afro dancehall. Yeah, that's a good one. I can definitely hear DeVito on it. You know what I was thinking? You know who likes stuff like that? French Montana.
Oh, real? Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Wow.
Yeah, with Sway Lee. Yeah, Sway
Yeah,
Lee could do something. Yeah.
that would be fire.
Yeah, I can see a whole video treatment with that. Yeah, that's dope. And you
Dang.
know who will put a nice touch on it? Jadena.
Oh, yeah. I love. I really think he has like this dope niche, and he just carved his lane out. I really like his music a lot.
Yeah, yeah, he's definitely like he's very versatile too. Like I think people kind of sleep on his abilities, cuz I think
Yeah.
I was playing some random playlist or something, and his song came on. I was like, who is this? I was like, oh, that's the Classic Man guy. And he's like,
Yeah.
I don't know what language it was, but he was like rapping a different language and then flipping back to English. Oh, this dude's a beast.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. So how'd you get the name We Need Capital? Like, what does that stand for?
So I started going by Cap because of my go-go band, actually. So it's a play on DC, which is the nation's capital. And I'm from Silver Spring, so I sort of was thinking of like, oh, what can I use as a beat tag? And it used to be around the nation's capital. That used to be my beat tag. But then I sort of went through a small rebranding, and I was thinking about what's something that sticks in your mind. And We Need Capital just sort of stuck in my mind. You know, when you think about what you're doing it for, you're making beats, and any artist needs beats to be able to make music. So, I just thought it was like a sort of play on words, like a pun, like, oh, we need capital. Who do we need for beats? We need capital.
Okay, so Cap was your nickname,
Yeah,
right?
Cap was my nickname.
And you just made it into Capital, right?
Yeah.
Is that a dual meaning, like capital as in beats, or is a capital or like money?
So it's a play on money, but it's also a play on the nation's capital because that's sort of where I represent.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, and you spelled it with a K.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope, man. It's a dual meaning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we need Cap, so they need you. Well, obviously they would like money as well with their music, I'm sure. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's dope, man. Yeah, I already knew. It's just probably not everyone else knew.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's always dope to hear you break it down so people can kind of get a background on how you got your name.
Yeah.
And I've seen some interesting producer names.
Yeah. there's from A to Z, anything you could imagine.
Yeah, man. I see him. Shout out to everybody that follows me on the BeatStars platform. Much love to y'all, but I'm able to see some of these names. I'm like, how do you market that? If a little kid can't say it, you know what I mean? Or yeah, anyway, yeah, I can't go off the deep end. I can't go off the deep end here. You got to ring me back, Capital.
Okay,
ring me back, man.
Okay.
All right, so let's get into the next one. And I might have to turn my air conditioner on so I'm not sweating by the end of the show. I see you have JID and Currency. Oh, wow. Oh, you want to give an intro for the function?
So the function is sort of I would call it like my bread and butter type of beat. It's just really, it's a sample. And I sort of feel like it's sort of in that middle area where I'm trying to bridge the gap. I feel like that's my bread and butter type of beat, the function. And when I thought about it, I was thinking about just being at a kickback, just cooling at a kickback.
Oh, perfect for Sunday Sounds.
Yeah.
Perfect. The kickback beat. So this is the function by WeNeedKapitol, and let's check it out.
We never come forward and said we don't need capital.
Capital. Capital. Capital.
Wow, that should be the Sunday Sounds theme song every time we do a show, man. That is some vibes on that. It's just so chill. Yo, I really like that beat. Good job, man. I think you might be muted, bro. But yeah, that's the function. Let me drop that link in the comments.
Yeah, I was saying you're welcome to use it. It's there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and I heard a lot of live acoustic instrumentation. Was that a live bass that was there on that track?
I actually programmed that bass myself.
Wow, that
Yeah.
bass sounds like real, like somebody played on that. Yeah,
I credit that to being in a go-go band because just hearing the live bass in a go-go band it's off the charts, like nothing like it. And I just sort of channel that sometimes when I'm messing around with a bass sound.
yeah, that is crazy. And what about that acoustic guitar? Those strums? You
Those
program
strums
that as
were
well?
that was a sample.
Oh, okay.
That I,
Wow.
I don't remember whether it was a vinyl. I want to say that was arcade. I want to say it was arcade, but I don't remember exactly.
Oh, okay. Let me actually. I think I can. Yeah, I want to add that to my playlist. Can I do that live?
Appreciate it.
There we go. Yeah, man, for sure. Um, there was something I was gonna say about that too. I like that the drums were real light. You know, it wasn't like you were trying too hard. Like it was almost, I wouldn't say in the background, but it wasn't as in your face as like a trap drum. You know what I mean? It was more. Had a presence, but it wasn't too forefront. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, and that was what I was going for. When I said like being at just a chill kickback, you just want to like you don't want everything all in your face. You just want to kick back and hang out.
Yeah, definitely. GeorgeLife.com said something that caught my attention. I like the artwork template too. Nice uniform look. I noticed. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, or our attention. You have artwork for each beat, and it's actually similar, but it's really good, clean look. Well, you want to talk about that a little bit?
So I just know from looking at other people's beats and that type of thing that it really draws your attention when everything is uniform, and especially when the picture somehow can give you an idea about what the beat is going to be like. So that's what I went for. I was thinking about what can I do that will sort of draw your attention, that's not difficult, because that's another thing. If it takes too
Mhm.
long to make something and you have to make it for every beat, it sort of tires you out. Like I want to make music, I don't really want to make art. So I just thought of something that was simple to me, just one picture, the words, and you know KISS, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, man. Yeah, totally understand. Like you saying that, I remember I would spend so much time on artwork. Like I would create all of it myself and like put all these little intricate textures, specific fonts, and I would just go ham with it. And it took half the time it took me to make the beat.
Yep.
And this is what I used to do. And I was like, yo, why am I so tired all the time?
Yep.
That's why.
Not only that, but people that are coming to listen to your beats aren't necessarily there for the artwork. If the beat is dope, the artwork plays second fiddle anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, well, that's a good argument because some people say they see the artwork before playing the music. So that's arguably, yeah. Some people, especially if you're distributing and they don't know your brand.
That's
So
true.
yeah, they'll look at it and be like, yo, he just threw a picture of his dog. for
Well,
artwork
yeah.
and slap the logo on it. So especially in the beginning stages of building your brand, put a little effort into it. Don't just
Yeah. I mean, it has to mean, for me, it has to mean something to me. You know, I can't just piece it up there because it is part of my brand, you know?
Right. It has meaning to the creator.
Mhm.
Got you. Yeah. You're dropping some stuff, man. GeorgeLife.com, he says 100, it takes too long. So I've finally been playing with, yeah, we have the Canva integration,
Oh,
which is
wow.
awesome. Canva is integrated in your BeatStars account. Every time you upload a beat, you can actually create the artwork that's already integrated. You create, whatever, and it actually saves right into the beat. You don't have to download it. It just saves right into it,
That's
which I think is awesome.
dope. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, I might actually do like a little tutorial or something, on my platforms or whatever, and share that with y'all if you're curious, you don't know how it works or whatever. But
Yeah,
yeah,
for
I
sure.
was like crazy. Man, awesome. So yeah, let's get into the next one.
Cool.
Let's see. This is In My Nature, and back to the function. Who could I hear? Definitely somebody that can like spit. I can hear J. Cole on that one too.
Oh,
The
dope.
function. Um, I think Common I could hear on him on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely coming.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah,
coming.
dope vibes. Did you want to give an intro for In My Nature?
So in my nature, I feel like it's sort of in the same vein as the function. It's just really cool and laid back, and I called it in my nature because I feel like this is sort of my forte. Like this is what I'm good at. So it was sort of personal, the title to this beat in a way. Um, and as you can see, the tags are Rhapsody and Big Crit, so it has sort of that same vibe, you know, that same this is what I'm good at when I make beats type of feel.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think I had that realization at one point until I changed it again.
We're
So
always evolving, man. Always evolving.
yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, let's get into it. This is In My Nature.
We never come forward and said we don't need capital.
Capital.
All right, that's In My Nature. And yeah, that's, man, you know what comes to mind? Like Adult Swim comes to mind when I hear that.
Oh
I don't know if you
wow.
watch. Yeah, they do like playlists and they do like beat tapes too now. And that's a gem for y'all. Look into that for those that want to submit to them. But yeah, um, and also reminds me of there were like some outtakes during what cartoon was that? Boondocks. They
Oh
did
yeah,
like, yeah, I can hear that on that show. You know what I mean?
that's dope.
Um, and actually, one of the what do you call it? The I think he's a music supervisor or the lead music guy for that Boondock show was from DC. I forgot
Oh
his
really?
name. Yeah,
Wow, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah, and yeah, one of my colleagues knows him, and I don't know what he's doing now, but they were killing it, you know.
Yeah,
And
definitely,
it,
man.
and yeah, you might want to look into that. If I can find his name, I'll let you know because you guys are doing similar stuff, and that's his realm. So if that's your realm, y'all might need to link up for real.
Yeah, man, definitely. I'm down. Definitely down
And
to
he's a
that.
real cool guy too. Real cool
Definitely
guy.
down to that.
Um, because I think I asked him to send something. He was like, "Send whatever, bro," and he didn't know me, so it was so cool that he was open to that. You
Oh
know.
yeah, that's a
Um,
plug. That's a plug.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to write that down because I don't want to forget.
Yeah, and I forget all the time. So yeah, please write it down. Before I forget too, yeah, shout out to Cloud9 Music. I reached out for some help too, and he was able to help me out with a couple pointers too. So if he was on the show a couple weeks ago, so if you want to check out that episode, it is basically on one of our platforms, I'm sure. Definitely on YouTube. I think it's on Twitch as well. So y'all can check that out if you missed that one. Really good show and a lot of gems. So yeah, check that out.
Definitely, I'll check that out.
And it's so cool that, you know, the community is open to helping each other. Um, how do you feel about how important is a network in this industry?
Oh man, that's the age old thing. The age old anecdote is your network is your net worth, and I subscribe to that completely. Um, it's it's sort of tough because a lot of producers, I would say, tend to be introverts. So, you kind of got to break out of your box and just get used to being uncomfortable and just linking up with people, even if it's, virtually or just talking to people on Twitter or whatever. Your network it's the most valuable resource you have outside of your music, I think.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I can't agree more. Like a lot of things wouldn't have happened unless I knew certain people or
Yep.
unless I did certain things to work with that person or bring value to them. So I totally agree. Like it's sometimes, you know what, sometimes network is bigger than music sometimes, you know.
That that's
Um
true.
because I hate to say it, but you know, there's music out there a lot of us don't like, and you're like, how is this like so big? It's because it's who they, you know, connected with.
It's true. It's
Yeah,
undeniable because some things you listen to or see and you're like, okay. I mean, you respect everybody's abilities and everybody's art, but it's some stuff is like, okay, I don't. There's no other way this could have gotten here without somebody knowing somebody knowing somebody.
yeah, 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 definitely. And they put some money and backing behind it and whatnot. Yeah. So let's get
Hmm.
into the next beat. What do we got here?
Cool.
Flourish. What's this about?
So Flourish is also sort of in that same vein, um, and I name a lot of my beats based on how I feel the artist would feel when they listen to it, and what the subject matter would be. So this one is just sort of starting to find yourself in Flourish, basically.
Okay. Sounds like some deep stuff. So here's Flourish. Check it out.
Capital. Capital. Capital.
Yeah, it sounded like you had a lot of fun
Yeah,
with the sample on that.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
But
cool, man.
um, I've come to realize in making beats a lot that silence is just as powerful as the sound, and adding those drops in there to me just added a whole different flavor to the beat. Like those where the sample just drops out and it's just that silence. I don't know. To me, it just sounds cool.
Yeah, man, it sounded awesome. It you mentioned that silence is just as good as sound, and we learned that in orchestra. I used to play in orchestras and stuff,
Oh,
so
okay, cool.
classically trained. So we learned that silence is just as powerful, because when you're reading music, there's notation where it has this is a quarter rest, this is an eighth rest, this is a 30-second rest, or you have like a rest cadence, kind of what gating is, like like in some
Okay.
house music, that's kind of like a quarter rest in the sequence. So anyway, we learned that how powerful it is. Like listen to, I don't know if you ever listen to classical music, but it gets really quiet. Sometimes it might stop certain instruments and then they bring it back. So it's very similar to what you did, but it's extremely powerful. So
Hmm.
especially when you do it in song format too. A lot of
Yeah.
when you're building in song format, you can do little breaks like mute this and then chorus or a vamp or whatever.
Yeah.
That's another way of doing it too. So
Yeah.
yeah, glad you brought that up.
I have some classical records back there.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. I mean, just listening to it, it kind of touches, for me, it gets into my subconscious. So it's very creative music where you don't need words, and it's
Yeah.
just their thoughts, their feelings, and they put it out on like the notation of like those string notes. You ever see what that looks like? Like,
I
how do you
have.
read that?
I it's a you have to be a special type of person to play that and to understand it and to yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a discipline and a talent. So yeah.
Yeah.
King Rome, what's good, man? Thanks for waking up and joining us today. Appreciate it,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that's what's up. And actually, we had King Rome on Sunday Sounds as well. So if you want to check him out, it's in our archive somewhere. Just type his name in. You probably see it there in the chats. That's how he spells it. So you can check out that show as well. Really dope show.
That's the
And
bro.
what do you say?
I said that's the bro.
Okay, yeah, yeah. And he also says something about he was getting into wrestling, like WWF stuff too. So that's awesome, man. Um, yeah. So I went on like super tangent. So
It's
yeah,
all
let's get into the
good.
next beat.
Cool. Let's do it.
What was it? Disconnected. Uh, okay, I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Um, what was your mindset when you made this?
So I'm a big fan of Murray, even though he's like a relatively new artist. I just really love his style because I feel like it's um, something that I can relate to. Sort of reminds me of CeeLo in a way, but this was sort of how I felt he would speak on a song about being disconnected from the people that were there in the beginning and the people that are no longer there now that he's gotten, past a certain place.
Successfully?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, yeah, let's check it out. There it is.
We never come forward and said we don't need capital.
Capital. Capital. Capital.
Wow. Yeah, that's disconnected. I wanted that pad string to come in earlier, like the
Oh,
first chorus for some reason.
okay.
Yeah, because I think it filled it really well.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's dope, man.
Appreciate
Liking
it.
it.
Appreciate
I
it.
hate to say it on camera, but I'm not sure who Moray is. I don't think I discovered that artist yet.
Oh wow,
Um,
he's from North Carolina, from Fayetteville, and actually J. Cole had him on his last album. Like he's just dope. He's dope.
is he part of that Dreamville crew?
I don't know that he's part of Dreamville, but I know he's from Fayetteville, and his last album is called Street Sermons, and it's just I don't know. I just think he's a dope artist.
Yeah, I gotta yeah, let me add that. Uh so I know remember to check it out. Yeah, Moray. Yeah, I'm checking that out. That was dope. Yeah, you know what else I hear? I hear like a real big pop song with that. Um
Oh really?
the drums are heavy for pop, but you can always cater it up. You know what I can hear on that is Miguel.
Oh wow.
Like when that chorus came in, I can hear him singing on that. Um,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
likes guitar like that. He likes
Yeah.
keys like that. And Khalid, I think Khalid would sound cool on
Oh
that too.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that. It's always good to have more ears on your music because everybody hears something different.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. It can go either way, and it's crazy how like you can put a tag on there, but it ends up being somewhere totally different.
Yeah.
Like I recently released a beat I did, I think 7 years ago,
Oh
and
wow.
yeah, and it was a cool beat, but I was like, yo, you had to be digging through my catalog to find that. I have close to 400 beats. I was like, you found that? So yeah, I'm always grateful for every time I can help somebody. So yeah, that it was amazing because I was like, you never know where music's gonna end up. You never know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So yeah, let's get into the next one. What's the next one about? All facts.
The next one is sort of braggadocious. So it's like everything that I've been saying is all true, and nobody can tell me anything different. So you think of Kanye West, you think of Joyner Lucas when when you say something like that. That's the
Yeah, yeah.
vibe. That's the vibe I got from it when I made it.
All right, all facts.
Yeah.
Kanye West. As soon as I saw Kanye and you said that, I was laughing. And shout out to the producer Whisperer. He mentioned that Kanye West type beats are gonna blow up insanely when Donda officially drops. So
Mhm.
big gem right there. Kanye West beats. Everybody be looking for him.
Yes,
So
sir.
let me throw another gem in there. Make sure you see on my face when I say this. Google Trends. Use it.
Mhm.
It is really good at showing you statistics for certain types
Mhm.
of beats and what people are looking for. Google Trends.
Google
You can
Trends. I'm gonna
compare
write
the
that one
data.
down.
You can compare the data based on obviously trending stats and also compare different keywords. So you can kind of switch things around to see, what people are looking for. And typically, when big releases come out, similar artists people start looking for as well. Clients, artists. So that's just a little something that just jumped in my head that should help a little bit.
Cool. I hope you guys are taking those too.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, I actually need to do some of my research on what I just said because to tap into some trending things. So yeah, this is all facts. Let's check it out.
We never come forward and say we don't need capital.
Capital. Capital.
Hey, I'm gonna let that part play. That's all facts right there. That one stands out to me, man. That one's really dope. I like the movement that you chose to do with the kick and the sounds like a bass or 808 that you chose, like a sub, and how like hey, let me unmute you. How like it stopped and went again. Like
Yeah.
yeah, it was dope.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I can hear Kanye just going crazy on that beat.
Yeah, no, I was thinking sort of like what was the
Joiner too.
what was the album where he was sort of just like Black Skinhead and all that one where he was just sort of
Oh,
going ham.
yeah, that one. Yeah. And I didn't like that album too much, actually. Sonically, it was amazing. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, I never heard anyone make something like that. Yeah, Yeezus. Thank you. Yeah, it's called Yeezus.
Yeah.
Thanks, Amir Cat. Yeah, dope name. But yeah, 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 that album was interesting. But yeah, this one it reminds me of man, somebody else I heard on it actually. That would just go. Oh, Big Sean would sound dope on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it reminds me of that Wolf song. I was raised by the wolf.
Oh yeah. Doesn't that have Post Malone on it too?
Nah, I don't think he's featured on. Maybe a remix or something. I could be mistaken, but yeah, you're right. Post Malone is featured on that. Yep. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
He does like the last verse. So yeah, I can hear Big Sean doing something on that.
That's dope.
But that'll be cool. You know, that's crazy. Big Sean was signed to Kanye, so you know you get both of them on that track. You know what I mean?
Maybe you go all the way to like a Mercy. You know, the Mercy one that had 2 Chainz and had maybe have a whole slew of people on that one.
Yeah. I mean, anybody would jump on a Kanye track. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, anybody in their right mind would. So, GeorgiaLife.com says I'm renaming all my beats to Kanye type beat. Hey man, if you can be the first one, I think some people already did it, and they might start ranking again. But try to find your niche. You know, add like one word in there that connects with your brand. You know, Kanye type beat, whatever. You know what I mean, or Kanye whatever type beat. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mess with it. And you can use TubeBuddy. That's also integrated in the BeatStars account. You can use TubeBuddy and use the keyword, what do they call it? The keyword finder, I think, or keyword explorer, where you can try different keywords that rank for your specific channel. It's called weighted and unweighted. Yeah, so yeah, have fun with that. If you,
I need to do a deep dive into everything because I didn't even know about some of this stuff that BeatStars has.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's a lot of different integrations. It depends on, you know, Printful. This is my merch that I have here. I use the Printful integration. You know about that one?
I think I saw something about it maybe on Twitter once, but I never really dove into that one. I'm definitely going to check that out too, though.
Yeah, because you got a really dope producer name, and you know, make up a nice logo, go with it, and slap it on a hat.
Yeah, why not?
You know what I mean?
Everybody needs capital, right?
There you go. So and the integration is free, you know, for pro accounts. So you just connect it right to your account, and all you do is design your stuff online. I spent like an hour designing. I have, I think, over 200 merch products, so it's real easy to do it. So it's awesome, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool to be able to share this stuff because, like, you know, what's crazy is like you get so caught up into, you know, being an entrepreneur, but you don't get to like express it and teach it. You know what I mean? Like you're so used to doing it, and not a lot of people know about it. You know?
Yeah.
So it's cool to talk about it.
Yeah, I appreciate all the gems, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. This is Fiasco and IDK Amigos. All right. So did you have something to, you know, you like the audience to know about this one, or you just want to hit play?
We could just hit play.
There it is, Fiasco.
We never come forward and said we don't need capital.
Capital. Capital. Capital.
Your tags are so accurate. I can hear Migos doing that triplet. I can hear that flow on that right there, that triplet.
Definitely.
Oh man, that's crazy, man. Yeah, your tags are so accurate. You want to talk about like how important it is to tag your beats?
So I think besides your art, whenever somebody just think about being an artist. When you're looking for a beat, sometimes you're looking for a beat that sounds like somebody or has somebody else's feelings, or it gives you that kind of feeling when you're listening to it. And you know exactly what a Migos beat sounds. Everybody that's heard the Migos knows exactly what type of beats the Migos like. So if anybody searches for Migos, you want them to be searching for your beat that you made to sound in that vein, right? So why not tag it like that so people can find it easily?
Yeah, definitely. You want to make it the easiest possible for your customer, your potential customer.
For sure.
You want them to find your stuff. You want them to connect with you and also connect with the music. So not tagging your music is not a good idea. You want to utilize, especially if it's a free feature, you want to take advantage of all free opportunities. Always,
Exactly.
use it to your advantage. And
sometimes I think
please.
about Chipotle. If you go to Chipotle and you like beans, why not get both beans? They're free. They're included. Or if you like any of the toppings and they're there, why not get them if they're already included, right?
Yeah, definitely. And if you like it, I don't get beans in my burrito bowl, but yeah, I do get the dressing though. They have a dressing that people don't know about. You have to ask for dressing, and they give you this Chipotle dressing. It's like some vinaigrette stuff. So I don't know if anybody knows about that, but I just put you on something if you don't know.
Yeah.
Did you know about that?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
man.
was just saying that to say, like, if you have the option to do tags, why not do them? They're not losing anything,
Exactly. So yeah, let's get into the next one. Before I move forward, WeNeedKapitol. Is there an artist named Kanye North, or is that a joke?
I have no idea.
Okay. All right. I thought I'll ask you because I haven't heard of that artist, so maybe that's a joke.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's right. That boy Butter, DJ Phanatic with the sauce. In many ways, brother. In many ways. All right, so let's get to the next beat. This is Conspiracy Theory. Any intro or just drop it?
Just drop it.
And speaking of Big Sean, I see that. So here it is, Conspiracy Theory.
We never come forward and said we don't need capital.
Capital.
All right, what do y'all think about that one right there? That is Conspiracy Theory. And so far, that is probably one of my top 3 that you played so far.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you totally hit the nail on the head with the vibe on that. And it's funny, we were talking about Big Sean before we even got to it. So yeah, I can
man.
definitely hear Big Sean on that. And Drake, obviously. So
Yeah,
um
appreciate it.
yeah. And you do something cool with your 808. I like the slides that you do.
Yeah, that's something that I saw. I think it was Drummer Boy Fresh or Drummer Boy. Somebody did that, and it was basically you do a slide, but the initial MIDI for that sound, you put the velocity all the way to 0, and it's sort of it's like a rising slide into the note. I'll probably have to show like on my DAW how it looks, but it's really dope effect.
Okay. Yeah. You did it on another beat too. The other one you did, it was a little more sliding. You did like it went wow, 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 and then it hit. Like it
Yeah,
was a multiple slide. You're having fun with it, and it came out really
yeah.
dope. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, a lot of people probably didn't hear that, but I forgot to mention it because I heard it. I was like, yo, that's a different type of 808 slide he just did right
Yeah.
there. But yeah, it does sound like it's velocity influenced because it starts really low and then
Hmm.
it slides into the next note. So
Hmm.
basically, you have, well, you just said it. You have the volume really low on the first hit, and then you
Hmm.
slide into the next note, and the volume raises as it's sliding, basically.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah. It's dope, man.
Appreciate
And
it,
Big
man.
Sean, man, that'd be crazy.
Oh, I wish. One day.
Hey, man, look up their management, send it. You know what I
For
mean? What's
sure.
it gonna do? Ain't gonna hurt. Send that.
For sure.
The worst thing gonna say is nothing or no.
Yeah. Right.
Or stop emailing. Either way, you tried, right? So um all right, so this is No Competition. Any intro for this one?
Nah, just drop it. We could just drop the last two, straight up.
All right. So this is No Competition with WeNeedKapitol on BeatStars Sunday Sound Show.
We never come forward and said we don't need capital.
Capital.
And get your questions ready. We'll do a quick Q&A at the end here.
Capital. Capital. Capital.
Okay, that's No Competition. I just noticed you have Jay Electronica tagged on that. That's dope. Yeah, I can hear him on that as well. And yeah, man. Again, another. I like the syncopation on that. That's pretty cool. I think I unmuted you, right?
I don't know if you
Oh,
probably heard the slide 808 in that one too, slightly.
yeah, yeah. Um, the sound guy. We actually had some beats that We Need Capital played earlier that aren't trap, so you can catch the replay. There were some other different beats on there
Hmm.
that weren't related to trap. So sorry you came in towards the tail end of the show. You can check it out. The replay posts immediately after this, so you can check out the other beats. There's something else I want to say about that. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I did hear like the 808 slide that you did. I like how you the hi hat thing you were doing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
appreciate it, man. I just really, you just gotta experiment sometimes. Just try something you never tried before.
yeah. And also, you're showing versatility here as well.
Hmm.
Like the first 3 or 4 beats were like opposite of this.
Hmm.
And it just shows like your different sides of what you can make. So it's dope,
Hmm.
man. And I
Thank you.
can hear your sound growing too, because I remember you playing some beats at the meetup, and it's a different atmosphere
Hmm.
because you're in a, big sound stage or whatever. But hearing now, like you're evolving as a producer. So that's awesome to
Appreciate it,
hear,
man.
man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. For those that missed the announcement that I had earlier, just check out our BeatStars blog for the need to know on news, music business, resources, tutorials, and more. Our latest post even discusses how you can gain visibility with BeatStars Promote. Don't miss these gems on beatstars.world/blogs. And there's a lot of content there, a lot of awesome content to help build your music career. And it's a lot, man. So I go in there very often to learn things. So check that out. Are you using BeatStars Promote at all? We Need Capital. Are you touching on that?
I haven't used it yet, but I definitely want to. I definitely want to start using it though.
Okay. Yeah. When you do, try different things and see, what results, like different results that you get per content. Try different budgets and different time durations and stuff like that. Just
Okay,
experiment,
cool, cool.
especially when you start out. Um, let's see. And I think we have one more beat. And you said just drop it, right?
Yeah, well, let me say one thing. This is probably the most popular beat on my YouTube, I think. So, yeah, I'll let that speak for itself.
Say the one of the most popular for last. This is. Oh wait, am I sharing the screen? No. This is Sick Nasty. Sick Nasty. Here we go. And y'all let us know what you think in the comments. We're doing a Q&A. If you have any questions for We Need Capital towards the end here, please drop your questions now.
We never come forward and say we don't need capital.
Capital.
I see why that beat is popular, man. That beat is a monster.
Appreciate it, man.
I'm gonna give you a like and repost, man. That one's crazy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact about the artwork for this one, the eyes and the nose sort of in the picture is Lil Uzi Vert when he had the diamond or whatever put in his forehead and it was bleeding. So
Let me
so
see
I
if I
cut
can make it. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
yeah, I cut out his eyes and then I took the stone or whatever and just moved it down to look like a nose.
So that's his actual eyes.
Yeah, that's his eyes and that's the little stone that he had put in his forehead.
Yeah, that looks like a snowman actually, like 'cause it's a white background. But hey,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool how you incorporated, an artist's eyes into the. Yeah, Tyler Creator too. I can hear him on that. Yeah,
Oh, dope. Dope. Yeah, I
yeah.
called it sick nasty because his forehead was bleeding. So
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, I can I can do a whole nother segment talking about that stone. But anyway, we got our first question. Feel free to drop some questions in. Shout out to everybody that's here with us live. We appreciate you being here and just kicking it and listening to some music and supporting the community. And We Need Capital. We appreciate y'all. We have a first question here by Americat. I think I saw your name earlier, and I like that name a lot. How do you make your artwork? We did touch on this earlier.
yeah. So shout out to Amir Cat. That's the bro too. He also just dropped a really dope beat tape. But so I used Photoshop and I made a template. And the template is the exact same every time. I just switch out the picture. Maybe I'll do like a little filter on the picture or whatever I'm feeling that takes 5 minutes, doesn't take too long. And then for the title, it's if you don't know Photoshop, it's a little complicated, but I did a mask and I put a picture behind the letters and then I mask it so that the picture just shows through the middle of the letters. But I just, it's a template. I use the exact same template every time. I just change the pictures basically and change the name of the title.
Yeah, so basically, once you got it set up the first time, it's pretty easy. Like, just swapping the pictures out, basically.
Yeah, plug and play.
Yeah, and that's a gem too for like templates when you're doing in your DAW. Like, if you use the same plugin, same like VSTs or whatever, save it as a template. Even templates for effects and for plugins. That way you can move quicker and it's more efficient.
Yep.
Like, I'm down to half an hour a beat now, which is a miracle for me.
Oh man, yeah, that's a miracle for a lot of people. Because for me, that's a miracle too.
That's the quickest I can do it. That's the quickest, and be happy with it and satisfied with it. Yeah. But I'm not saying speed doesn't make masterpiece. So you got to have that balance between quality and speed. So, and of course, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So you can do things quicker and more efficient. I was going to ask you about something before the artwork. Oh, your beat tag. Like, where does that come from? I think I remember it from something. Or are you allowed to say it? Can you like say what it without saying exactly where it came from? Because I think it's a TV show, right?
Well, I found somebody speaking at some type of convention or something like that. And basically he was talking about money, talking about capital, making capital, and he happened to say we would never come forward, and that was part of another sentence, and then he said capital later. So I just took we would never come forward and then put it with capital. We would never come forward and say we don't need capital. So that's how it happened.
There you go. All right, there's the backstory.
Yeah, I just randomly happened to hear this guy's speech and like, hey, let me borrow that.
Yeah, yeah. That happens with me with sounds. Like I'll be working on a beat and I'll just go through folders really fast and just click on something.
Hmm.
Like I'm more of the type of guy that lets things flow,
Hmm.
and I just like visualize the sound in my head, and then it'll sound right with it. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. I would click on the most random things, and all of a sudden it'll work. Or I just need to change the pitch or switch it. I mean, tweak it a little bit so it fit right. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's like was it Russian roulette? And then you
Hmm.
roll it. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it just works. I'm like, how the hell did I find that so fast? So whatever. Um, Here's a good question, King Rome. Do you prefer producing for an artist one on one or producing for the marketplace to see what people come up with at BeatStars?
So I prefer both, actually, but it depends. If there's an artist that I really like or an artist that I'm cool with and they're local, I don't mind going and making something, vibing with the artist and creating something. But at the same time, I also like to just make what I like and then just throw it up and see if other people like it too.
Okay, so you'll make a custom beat upon request or no?
I will, yeah, I will.
Wow, you're a good man. You're a good man.
I
I
mean,
usually
it definitely depends. If we have a prior relationship, then I'll do it. If you're just asking me randomly, I don't know. I might make some time for it, but it just depends on how everything else is in my life at that point.
yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm glad you clarified that
Yeah.
because I usually only do it with people that done business with me
Hmm.
or we have some type of working relationship. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Um,
it's not easy to make a custom beat. It's really not.
yeah, and sometimes it doesn't come out as perfect, as the person wanted it. And then, it's kind of like I put all that effort in,
Yeah.
and you're like, it didn't work,
And a
so
lot of times, more times than not, in my experience, when people want you to create something, they have an idea in their head, but they don't really exactly know what it is that they want either. So it's sort of like you're shooting in the dark sometimes.
yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. I, yeah, I can talk forever about that. Like sometimes the creative doesn't know what they want until they hear it, and they're like, oh, that's perfect for my mixtape or my album, and it's something totally opposite what they asked for. Like, yeah, I
Yeah.
told you, I
Yeah.
made this. I knew it'll work. Yeah.
Oh man.
So, any more questions, y'all? Just drop them in the comments if you have some questions about for We Need Capital. What is working for you marketing wise? Like what are you tapping into to sell more beats right now that you would like to share?
Um, so I've been sort of slacking on marketing lately. I was working on a beat tape and posting less, but in the past, what has really worked for me is TikTok. And I would say TikTok in the sense of just making the short, quick videos and then posting those on IG and then posting them also on Twitter. Just a lot of times it'll be a beat where I'll take a sample and I'll show the sample and then I'll show how I flipped it and what the beat is. That's really been a good one for me. But as far as marketing, I kind of need to get better, a better strategy and just try some new things.
So I didn't even know you're on TikTok. So you're kind of TikTok. You're basically showing how you made the beat.
So
Is it like a
it's more like this is the sample and then cut and this is the beat I made from it. Or this
oh
is
okay
how I flipped it. Yeah.
so no in between. It's like
Yeah.
check this out.
Yeah.
Turned into this. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you how does that work monetize? Are you monetized on TikTok? Like how are you
I'm not.
getting revenue?
No, I'm
Okay.
not monetized on TikTok yet. I don't use it as often as I should, but I feel like those types of videos for me have worked the best.
Okay, so you're gaining fans and traffic basically.
Yeah.
notoriety.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you can share, because I'm not on TikTok, bro. I need to be on there. I really do. Because it's funny, I distribute music to TikTok, but I'm not on there. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah.
So, um, what was I gonna say? You. So yeah, you're gaining traffic on TikTok. You're not monetized on there. Um, oh, you can actually share those posts to like IG or something. I think, right?
Yeah.
There's a share option.
Yeah. I think you can link your. You might be able to link your IG directly to TikTok, and
Yeah.
then it'll just. You can when you upload it. There's an option to choose if you want to share it to another platform. I believe.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, if it's working for you on TikTok, you might want to try sharing it and see, what happens or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That boy Butter, my bad. I missed your question, but I found it. He says, what would be your number one tip or must do when uploading beats on YouTube? Good question, bro.
So I'm not a YouTube expert. I've been uploading beats for almost a year on there, but what I've learned from other people is firstly to be consistent. Make sure that when you're uploading on a consistent schedule so people know when to expect your beats to be there. And also make sure you have your tags right. Your description is very important. Where people can buy the beat should be in your description. And tags, like anywhere else, hashtags are very, very important on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, it's a whole other beast,
Yeah.
and it's been around for a while, and there's still opportunities there that people aren't taking advantage of. I agree with you. We have a lot of cool videos on YouTube. Just go to BeatStars on YouTube, and a lot of y'all there now, and just type in YouTube strategies or TubeBuddy. There's a lot of great content where they explain this, where how YouTube reads from the top down. So you
Mm,
got the title, description, and tags, and
mm,
how it reads those things in order, and how having the same tag throughout helps people discover your video, and over time it helps you become ranked for that particular keyword. So, and of course, artwork is very, very important for YouTube because it's a very
that
visual
too.
platform.
That
Yeah.
too.
Um, so you would say the number one tip or must do is being consistent and tags. Is that
Yeah. Yeah,
okay?
definitely.
Yeah,
Consistency
definitely.
for me, I think consistency is key because even if you don't have the greatest artwork in the world, or even if you don't have the best tags that are ranking or whatever, if somebody finds you and they can come back and know exactly when another beat is going to come, I think that's very, very beneficial to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all about consistency, you know.
Hmm.
And it's important for YouTube because I was all over the place with YouTube when I started. If you go to my YouTube now, I've been on there, man, I think 8 years now. It's crazy. But I was posting all kinds of craziness, like just whatever. And I didn't have any consistency. Like I didn't know
Hmm.
about branding, it's just me on camera talking about music. And, you know, I put beats up there and stuff, how I made the beat. I do all types of formats. I even did like an unboxing of my studio stuff and all this stuff, right? But
Hmm.
it was hurting my what do you call it? My when people find you basically based on what you put up there. It was hurting my what's the word I'm looking for? Like
Um.
navigation in a way, you know.
Oh,
Um
okay.
and I
Um.
was sporadic. Oh, go ahead.
I was trying to think of what you were trying to get to with the word. Um, like your visibility,
SEO.
sort of. Yeah,
Yeah,
SEO. Yeah,
SEO.
yeah.
Yeah, search engine optimization. So yeah, shout out to Benji Yang and Eerie Skies for that master to beat, and all the producers that were able to tag in with that. BeatStars does like a one-on-one thing where you can, purchase a ticket and they drop gems, man. And they talked about consistency, both of them, how important it is to have at least 3 videos on YouTube. You know what I mean? A week, at least
Oh
3.
wow.
And I got to schedule some tonight for the whole week, and I
Yeah.
schedule my stuff ahead of time. I wish I could do the whole month, but sometimes I just don't have time to,
Yeah.
do a whole month. But I do every week, schedule on YouTube. So, and that goes with other stuff too. You can always use the schedule option when you have time, and that's so
Mhm.
important. That way you can focus on your day job,
Mhm.
whatever you got to do in your private life, and that way, you're consistent. You can schedule at the specific time you want to post, the specific day, so your audience knows Phanatic's dropping a video 11 o'clock Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Mhm.
I'm gonna see what he's dropping. You see what I'm saying? So
Yep.
there's some more gems for y'all.
Yep.
um, Digital Vandalist. I think you. What do you think of? What do you think of the art I sent? Please. I'm not sure. Uh, Let me backtrack and see what you're saying here. What do you think of the art I just cooked up and sent via DM on the gram? Sorry, bro. I'm not able to check my Instagram while I'm doing the show. It's kind of difficult, you know. Uh, Looks like WeNeedKapitol got it, so he can check it out later. Oh, that's the artwork he wants to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is that somebody you work with?
I know. I guess he just joined the stream and made this. This is dope.
Yeah, that looks dope. So there you go. Nice, man.
Yeah, I like it.
I I like graffiti too. That's a graffiti style. So that's cool, man. There you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So you hooked us up for free, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. So let's talk about like what are some of your goals as a producer for the next let's say next couple years. Let's say next 3 years. Like what do you want to do with this?
In the next 3 years, I want to be at a place where I'm able to sustain myself full time for my music, and a lot of that is going to come from me doing better planning. But hold on, I think my focus is off. A lot of that's going to stem from me doing better planning, but I really want to be at a place where I'm able to um, sustain my current cost, like my current living situation, like everything from just my music.
Got you. Got you. So yeah, I think that's a lot of people's goals as far as music is to be able to do it full time, and
Yeah,
sometimes it definitely it's attainable, especially when you're putting in energy into it, you know what I mean? And it's also like being positive about it too. Don't see it as work,
yeah.
see it as I watched a really good interview with Big Sean. He was talking about
I
how
saw the same one. I know exactly what you're going to say.
yeah, he gets to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I get to produce music. I get
yeah,
to post stuff instead of I gotta do this.
yeah,
It's a privilege.
yeah.
And I forgot the guy that interviewed him. Do you know his name?
I
He
don't
does a lot
remember
of
because I just saw a clip on Instagram of that specific part where he was saying he was just grateful and he gets to do these things.
yeah. So it was a really good interview, and they were talking about manifestation and how his journey of getting to where he got to with music, despite all odds. People doubting him. Even his family.
Yeah,
Because they wanted him to go into school and do the academic route and whatnot. And he was super young, straight out of high school,
yep,
and got signed. And things didn't work out the first couple of years, but he stayed at it, and he had that journey. So yeah, I forgot what we
yeah.
were talking about. But basically, it's a great journey, and see it as that.
Yeah,
It'll come to fruition when it's meant to. You know.
yeah. I definitely believe in that too. Everything happens in its own time.
Yeah. Any more questions, y'all? Go ahead and drop them in the comments. if you have any more questions. So the next 3 years, basically, you would want to work, do music full time. Are you aiming towards placement thing, TV, film? Like, where do you see most of your music gaining that revenue for that transition to occur?
I'm hoping to have multiple streams, but mostly focused on placements and beat selling, um, because I know that there's opportunities, especially now with hopefully COVID easing up, because who knows what this whole Delta variant thing is all about. But hopefully with COVID easing up, there's more chance for me to get out and network and meet people and go to events and just put myself out there. Because that's been something I struggled with in the past, and I feel like at this point, especially after being in the house for so long, I just want to crack that shell and just go all out, man.
Yeah, yeah, totally feel you, man. Like, I finally physically got outside, like doing things that I enjoy. I
Hmm.
just forgot how important that is,
Yeah,
from getting out of the studio or out of the house or whatever and just seeing different things, even if you just have to drive around a little bit and listen to your own beats,
that's
whatever.
true. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And it's so important. I think we had some other questions here. What's the average? That's a very general. Hey, let's ask it. Yeah, this is great. This looks like it's the last question. Looks like y'all are quiet, so it's all good. Hello, Go To Girl Productions. What's good? What's the average going rate for placement in hip hop or rap? 10K? What do you think? We
So
need capital.
digital vandalist, I think it really depends on sort of the tier of artist that you're at. Um, but I'm pretty sure for a placement, I honestly have no idea. I honestly have no idea, but I think it's probably 10 to 50K if I had to guess. I don't know.
Um, is he asking you what advance you would get when selling it to an artist,
I'm assuming that's what you said. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
or are you paying an artist to rap on your beat? You see what I'm saying? Because I know you can go either way, where
Okay.
an artist would be like, look, you want to buy a feature. I know some, really high end artists that would charge for that.
Yeah.
So it can go either way. So to answer it, the regular way, yeah, definitely depends on the tier of the artist. You got independent artists, you got major label artists, um, you got in between,
Mhm.
smaller labels. Even independent artists might have 100K for you if they really want that beat.
I mean,
And also,
IDK is an independent artist, and he has a huge following.
yeah, following is also another factor, and also it depends on you too, because they'll look and be like, "Yo, nobody knows who this person is, so we can get that
That's that,
for a
that's
grand or 500." Yeah, so they're like, "Yeah, who's that guy?" Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, throw him a rack, one rack. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it depends on your caliber of your growth as an
Mhm.
individual or whatever,
Mhm.
as a entrepreneur. So that's another factor. If you're paying an artist to be on your beat, that can range tremendously. So it depends on the artist. So there's a lot of factors for that. But good question.
So I see Rome said, "Can we get an?" I pulled up to the studio and explain the story behind that and how it plays into your branding. So, I have a studio. Me and my collective have a studio in Silver Spring, Maryland. And I one day I came to the studio and I took my phone, I opened up Instagram, and I just said, "I just pulled up to the studio, baby." And
Oh, yeah.
it just became a thing. And I started doing it every time I came to the studio. And for me, it was just something that I thought was cool and I enjoyed doing, but it sort of became part of my brand. And people would people would comment on it and like, or they would ask like, you haven't been to the studio lately, or like if I hadn't gone in a while and I did it again, they're like, oh, I missed that. And it's just really cool how just being yourself is a way that people can identify with you and identify with your brand. And I just thought that was me being silly, and it just happened to be something that people started to know me for.
So you said this on camera, right?
Yeah, I had my Instagram open and I was walking into the studio. There's some steps down into the studio, and every time I came to the steps and started walking down, I would just say, I just pulled up to the studio, baby, and post it on my IG story.
Isn't that from like a show or something? It's from something. I heard that before.
Maybe that's what, maybe I was listening to something or heard something and I was just like, let me flip it around.
I know, I heard that before. I heard it somewhere. It's gonna click, and you're gonna be like, "Yo, Phanatic knows."
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's from something. And you know what's funny? King Rome says I'd pay for that T-shirt. See, you can tie that slogan in with your Printful integration, where you're making your own merch, and throw your logo on it. I just pulled up to the studio. You see how it connects with other producers and also artists? See,
Bro,
man, y'all got to
I
pay
think,
me for this.
I know. I was just gonna say, I think Rome wants some royalties.
Yeah, that's why he said it, right? Well, y'all work that out off camera. I'm sure you come to a good deal. That can be used in a movie or play on the global. I'm not sure of this question, but we'll answer it and then we'll call it a wrap. Digital Vandalist, appreciate your questions. What do you do if you got a banger, like a full track that is lit, one that can be used in a movie or play, a lot in the club or on the radio? How do you give it to the right person? You want to touch on that?
So I think there's a couple of different ways to approach that. From my experience and what I know, it's a lot of it is about your network, who you know, and who is in your circle. It might be somebody that knows somebody in film, or somebody that knows somebody at a radio station, or somebody that that knows somebody somewhere else, and you can just pass it to them. But there's also a lot of opportunities in different various platforms online and other places where you can submit to sync and film, or you can find a music supervisor somewhere and send them an email and say, I have a song that would fit perfectly for such and such. It's just a lot of different ways that you can approach it, depending on exactly what you're going for. For instance, the club, if you know a DJ, or if you know somebody that knows a DJ, you can say, hey, I got this song. I think it would be crazy in the club. If you could play it for me, you may have to drop a few dollars here and there. It really just depends, but there's a bunch of different ways to get that done.
Yeah, and don't overthink it. Feel it out. A lot of times, if you want something to get done, you'll find a way.
That's
Like
true.
you keep thinking about, how can I do this? Oh, maybe I can call the radio station. Maybe I can. We were talking about, your network is your network. Network is your. Am I saying backwards? Your net worth is your network.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, see how my mind works.
Yeah.
And that boy Butter saved the day. He figured out what song it was. Look at that. That old Patrick
yeah.
song. And I got the record. I'm like, fine. You made the show, man. You helped me remember that.
Pull up to my bumper, baby.
That's awesome, bro. Thank you, man. And it's funny, I was looking at the record. Oh, this is Romantic Call, but yeah, this is the artist, Patra.
Oh wow, you had it on deck too.
Yeah, man. I saw it hanging out on the end of the rack over there. Can y'all see that? Oh, it's
That's
this way.
dope.
Yeah, over there. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Yeah, it's Pull Up to My Bumper. It wasn't the record I just showed. That's Romantic Call. But yeah. I don't know if you remember that song. Pull Up
Yeah,
to
I
My
do.
Bumper.
Yeah,
Yeah. And she sings it the same
yeah,
phrasing. So that's where it came from. Thanks, man.
yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
Patrick's a dope artist too. I love. When I was younger, I used to play her cassettes until they stopped working.
Yeah, yeah. Her whole album was crazy. I don't know what happened. Like she just stopped making music at one point,
Yeah,
I guess.
I guess
But
life
you know,
happened. You know,
yeah, yeah. And I wouldn't say it's always easy being a reggae artist,
that's true too. That's true
be-
too.
because like the phases of genres, people they didn't want to dance anymore. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it shifted to more trap, and
Mhm.
then Afrobeats came. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And everyone wanted to dance again, and
Yep.
then something else happened. So yeah, it comes in waves.
Yeah.
So like how much? Uh, yeah, sorry, bro. We can't play the music on the show. This is for We Need Capital. He's the producer for the show that we're showcasing. So for opportunities though, if you're on the BeatStars platform, just tap on I think it's opportunities at the top in your account, and also be on the lookout for our social postings for stuff like this to be considered. So yeah, thanks for your questions too and joining us. So We Need Capital. Any words of inspiration for the producer community before we wrap
So
up?
the one thing that I would say is what defines me, and it's something that I'm still learning every day. It's just be yourself. Be yourself. Don't overthink. Like Phanatic was saying, don't overthink everything, and just do what feels good, man. Just do what you love and do what feels good.
There you go. So make a bunch of Kanye West type beats right
Yeah.
now and look up Google Trends for your best keyword and give me 20% of every Kanye beat. Much love to everybody, man. It's always a pleasure hosting the show, and it's a great honor being part of the BeatStars fam. And I love it being part of the community. Hopefully, something I say inspires you or helps you think about something you didn't think about. And We Need Capital brought some capital to this show, and I think we have like an official, uh, that I think is a third beat, the one I really like. Where I said it could be like the intro to every Sunday
Oh
Sound
yeah,
show. It
yeah.
was straight vibes, man. So I think I added that to my what was the name of it?
Oh, that's dope. The
it
was it the function or was it
I think it was In My Nature. I think
okay?
maybe it was the fun. I'll listen back and because I'll remember. But yeah. Thanks, Cloud9 Music. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, it was a dope session, man.
Yeah, I
So yeah,
appreciate
we're gonna.
everybody joining in. I appreciate the opportunity. DJ Phanatic Beats is always looking out, and BeatStars is always looking out. I really am so thankful, just grateful to be here.
And anybody you want to shout out, like any friends or family that joined the show that was supporting you? Anybody want to shout
Um,
out?
Rome, of course, Rome, Amir Cat. Thanks for everybody who joined in. Bufo, I see Bufo everywhere. I see Bufo everywhere. Thanks for joining in. My fiance and a couple of my really close friends that I told about, cupcake shoots. Everybody, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. It means so much to me.
It's awesome, man. I'm glad you're able to do it and willing to do it. And if you need a DJ when that time comes, let me know. Okay.
Definitely.
I'm finally getting out of the house and doing personal in-person gigs. So yeah, man.
Cool. I'll definitely keep that in mind.
Yeah, so it's been a dope show. Again, Sunday Sounds on BeatStars. Catch a replay. It's posting right now. And y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Blessings to you. Blessings to the fam at BeatStars. And we got a really big announcement tomorrow that y'all going to love. I don't know. Just go to the BeatStars Instagram and you'll see that something very special is happening tomorrow. So
Sweet.
yeah, and we need capital. Hang on a second, okay?
Okay.
All right, folks. Peace and blessings.